We noticed lots of students at school using technology when they're supposed to be working, and we wanted to hear what they had to say about it.
I do see students more in the 8 years now that I've taught, seemingly more addicted to technology, but it could also be just that there's more technology and more games and things out there. So I don't know if it's more of a problem now or not.
I think technology addiction is definitely a problem in students. I think it keeps students up late at night, and I think it can be a distraction in class.
I do think that sometimes technology distracts students, and I think the tricky part about it is that and I'm putting myself in this category too, like when we check our phone or when we're playing an awesome game of bad eggs, we don't think that we're not paying attention. We feel like we still are, and yet you'd be surprised what you miss. You can miss what the teacher's saying, you can miss an instruction, you can miss what you're supposed to be doing, and then you're totally off. So yeah, I totally think it does distract, just a wee little bit.
I think technology can take time away from being productive. I know in my own life, there's times I should be grading papers or doing something productive, and instead I'm sitting on my phone wasting time.
Well, I work in a daycare, and I work with very young infants, and we have iPads in our room, and we have an app called Baby Connect where we are supposed to use the iPads to track when the babies eat, when they sleep, what they're doing, send pictures, and it's all communicated to their parents throughout the day. But since the iPads are there, I think it's a huge temptation to a lot of the employees, particularly the younger ones, to use the iPads for entertainment and diversion rather than what it was meant for. So when there's quiet times and maybe babies are sleeping, instead of prepping things in the classroom or washing things or communicating with the parents, a lot of times I'll see employees just Googling something in the entertainment business or checking a movie time or looking at a restaurant.
I think it certainly can be. My biggest concern, other than people wasting a lot of their time on it, my biggest concern is the danger or the safety aspect. I have often seen people looking at their cell phones as they're walking through a parking lot, walking behind cars that are ready to back up, and the most dangerous I've seen is people crossing streets, busy intersections, looking at their phone. They have no idea that there are cars coming and that they are going to be hit. And I just about saw someone broadsided by a vehicle because he was walking to his car, looking at his cell phone. So I do think just the safety aspect alone, people are very obsessed with their phones, and I think they need to learn to turn them off.
When I was younger and technology wasn't as popular or readily available, you did other things. So instead of playing games on the computer, you would play games with other people, or instead of doing socializing activities on a computer, now you would actually go out and play and do things with other people. So it's hard to distinguish between the things that we used to do years ago without technology and the things we do with technology now. So I know some people would argue that technology addiction is a problem, and other people may think that they're just doing things and using technology. So in some ways I think that question is kind of hard to answer.
Yes, I do. I know somebody who spends a lot of time on YouTube looking at things when he's supposed to be doing something else that is task-oriented.
About 6 hours, maybe not, I don't know.
To be honest, probably just like 5 hours. I don't think I'd last long.
Well, I think I could go a few hours without technology.
Maybe like an hour or two.
Since the people we interviewed said they can't go without technology for a long time, we decided to see how hard it is to go one weekend without technology. No TV, video games, or phones. Nothing.
At first, it wasn't that difficult because I'd planned things the day before and I was able to keep busy. I went to friends' houses, read, and played with my dogs, but then it got harder. I kept wanting to go on my computer or PS4. Then the next day, it got even worse. It was very challenging to stay away from video games. I was able to go the whole weekend without using tech, but as soon as it was over, I immediately went on my PS4.
When I started, I went in with the thought it was going to be easy. For the first few hours, I stayed off technology by reading my book and playing outside. After that, it got increasingly harder to stay off my 3DS and phone. The day after that was pretty bad too. I had a lot of close calls when I would reach my phone or the remote for the TV. I realize now that it's very challenging for people in today's society to go without technology for a long time, and this was only for 2 days. And when the experiment was over, I got right back on my phone.
At first, I thought it was going to be easy going one weekend without technology. The first day wasn't that bad. I noticed myself doing things I usually wouldn't do, like playing board games and reading. The second day was pretty bad. I caught myself playing video games and watched some TV. When the weekend was over, I immediately went back on my device.
84% of teens own a cell phone.
Today's teens spend more than 7.5 hours a day consuming online media.
$25.3 billion a year is spent on video games.
About 80% of the people we surveyed say they spend 5 hours or more on technology per day.
70% of people we surveyed say they think technology addiction is a problem.
While working on this project, we realized that people are too consumed with media and need to spend more time with friends and family.